In the hands of an incompetent, power brings nothing but ruin. This is a statement uttered by a character named Meruem, who was born to be the king of an empire. At first, he rules in a tyrannical fashion, murdering for sport and completely decimating those who he deems irrelevant. However, over the course of his journey, he learns humility and understands that potential is just as important as natural talent. This is what I would like to focus on today, the potential power of MGTOW. Because while it can be one of the most beneficial paths you can take, it could also swiftly lead you to ruin if it is not properly harnessed. This topic came to mind as I reflected on how I was when I first discovered MGTOW. As many of you have experienced, there is a great sense of nihilism that follows the realization that you may never have a wife and child. The deep indoctrination I went through my whole life told me that my only purpose was to get a good job so that I could provide for a family. It had never occurred to me that I could channel that energy into myself and make my quality of life as pristine as possible. So when I found MGTOW, I had no idea what I wanted or even who I was. I didn't have any idea about how to go about putting myself first, which is where the nihilism came from, since I didn't know how to put my effort towards growing for my own benefit. If I had stayed in that ether, lost in indecision, then MGTOW could have destroyed my life as I settled for monotony and watched myself decay. This is the dark side of MGTOW. The guys who don't make it out of this phase are the MGTOW who are stuck just going through the motions because they haven't decided what they want for themselves. This leads to them not being able to achieve much happiness in their life because they don't even know what makes them happy. For the men like that, it probably would have been better for them to avoid MGTOW, since at that point it is doing more harm than good. However, not all hope is lost, because at any point they can begin developing their idea of what they want out of life. What worked for me was meditation. I spent hours just sitting and thinking, letting my mind wander and paying attention to where it went without any judgment. Basically, you experience your consciousness as if you were observing yourself. Through this, you will eventually begin to notice trends. There are things that pop up more often and things that immediately fill you with some sort of emotion, whether that be joy, sorrow, anger, or even disgust. These responses tell you about who you are, without any sort of coaxing from your preconceived notions about these thoughts. It is crucial not to get angry at yourself for thinking about certain things, because that anger will be directed inwards and only damage the ego. Instead, simply allow yourself to exist, free of all judgment. It is an extremely liberating exercise that I recommend everyone do at least once in their lives, though it may take a few tries to get right. Once you have decided what you want to aim for, you're already halfway there. That means that you've moved away from being an incompetent and moved into the realm of growth, with MGTOW acting as the wind beneath your wings. Now that you can harness this power effectively, there should be nothing left to stand in your way. These newfound abilities are also highly malleable, so you can direct them in whatever direction you wish. Should you choose to change your path, they will be able to continue to assist you. In a short time, you will look back at your progress and realize you've come further than you've ever imagined would be possible, and you only have yourself to thank. Thanks for watching this video. I believe it's crucial to learn how to use MGTOW effectively because freedom is difficult to manipulate, but I do believe everyone can find an efficient way to use their time as long as they know what they want to do with their lives. That's probably the toughest thing to figure out in the whole process. But yeah, like and subscribe for more content like this, and as always, stay prosperous.